Some of you have already started, and that's great. I think one of you has even turned it in, so like that's awesome that you're ahead of the game on that. Um, but not a but for you. You're done. You don't need to listen to what I'm saying. If you've already turned it in, you're great. This isn't going to change anything you've done. Um, what it is going to change is for people who haven't started yet. I want to talk about that I'm opening up the types of format that you can turn in this assignment. So originally it's a written assignment, but there's problems with written assignments. There's always been problems with written assignments, and now the problems are just there's more problems. So the as a person who is a writer and who values writing, um, it's a skill that is necessary. So I still think that if you are a good writer, you should exercise this muscle to keep it strong. And if you're not a good writer, I think it is something that you should work on. However, our class is only 7 weeks. It's eight weeks, but it's kind of like it's 7.5 weeks. That's not a lot of time to turn around like a really great, well written paper. If you took this class in person 16 weeks, then yeah, I think that it would probably still be a written paper. We don't have that kind of time. And then also that puts a lot of work on Carol and I for grading because we have to grade all of those 55 papers in, a week. So that's a lot of work for all of us involved. Then you've also got ChatGPT, which I'm not like totally against ChatGPT. I think there are absolutely legitimate uses for it. But then what we're running up against is you've got some people in here who are going to be really savvy with it and not only use ChatGPT, but know how to use it the right way to get a good grade. So, like, if you haven't used it, it's not always great at like phrasing things. It'll phrase things really weirdly, like in a way that I would be like, B minus, right? Like you get an okay grade, but it's not going to give you the best grade in the world because it phrases things weirdly. It doesn't connect paragraphs well because a lot of times it doesn't like give you enough information. It also doesn't cite sources well or choose sources that are real. So these are all problems. And so I know what's going to happen is some people are going to be like, "Oh, cool writing assignment. Let me go to ChatGPT and just vomit some crap and turn it in." And that's not what what we want, right? So and then there's going to be some other people who will take the printout and edit it and turn that in, and that is going to be great. So there's going to be also people who are not as savvy with technology, and you're not going to use ChatGPT at all. So you're either going to sink or swim on your ability to write, which is ideally the way that it should go. Like, I mean, there's some scaffolding built into the class on this. So if you're not as good of a writer, it would be a time to learn how to write better. But not everybody has that kind of time again because the class is 7 weeks. So here's what we're doing. We're expanding the format. You can write a paper. If you want to write a paper, go ahead. If you've started writing one, cool. Keep doing it. But you can also make slides. Slides are even sometimes fun to make. Like, I really enjoy making slideshows. You just kind of get lost in it, like finding cool images and stuff like that. So you can turn in some slides. You can also turn in an infographic, especially if you're like a more like artsy person. That might be a thing that you want to do. Those are the only three that I came up with off the top of my head that you may want to use. If you come up with another idea that I haven't thought of, clear it with me. But as long as you're, you know, presenting the information, grabbing the sources, citing the sources in the thing that you turn in, then you'll be fine. So just clear whatever your idea is through me and you're good. So again, changing up the format. You can do a written paper. You can do a slideshow. You can do a infographic. All of these. All right. That's it.